New life begins. Christ set you free. Chains are broken, hearts redeemed in His mercy. We are made whole. Christ set you free. New beginnings now we see. Living water, overflow our soul. No more sorrow, no more shame.
Hello?
Hold on a second, please.
Well, call me when you are ready. Don't tell me hold on a second. When you are ready, call me. Don't put me in hold. I mean, am I your friend to put me in hold? Hold on a second. That's funny. A Muslim calling and hold. He is the one putting me in hold. Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing, Mr. Aziz?
I am doing wonderful at the moment.
So you are a Muslim, Mr. Aziz?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Why you think Islam is from the true God?
Well, let's talk about what you were talking earlier.
Which is?
About the lying and I mean, we can go any way you want. The thing is,
no problem. Let us start a French because we heard what your friend said.
Let me clarify something. All I'm going to talk about is common sense. Reason why is because I am not a scholar. Okay, I haven't studied Islam in a long time. All I do is the regular practice.
Okay.
If you ask me about questions, I have to look it up on Google and find the source that I believe in.
Okay.
Or that I follow.
Okay, now we are talking about something. Let us go for it then. You know, here in front of us, chapter 3, verse 28, it says you cannot take the Christians and the Jews as a friends, but you can lie to them, saying to them that you are a friend to them. What do you think about this?
Well, I don't think that is true because part of being a Muslim is to follow God and the prophets.
Okay.
Correct?
All right.
And the very most popular story about the prophet is that his neighbor was a Jew.
Can you show me the reference?
A reference. Sure.
Yeah, because I never found this reference.
By the way, can you read Arabic?
I will learn from you if you want to teach me, no problem. But go to the topic now. Can you show me the friend of the prophet who was a Jew? I want to see that.
Hold on.
Okay, show me.
Hold on a second, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I give you the thing is should I just send you a link on
you can
Skype?
you can show me a link so we can show it to everybody in the screen, no problem. All right. All right. I will open for you.
Yeah. Go ahead and
okay, I will open the reference you gave me.
By the way, my reference is I learned it in 2 different schools, and that's back when I was a little child.
Yeah.
And 2 different countries.
Okay, but as I know, the reference you gave me is not a reference. Is that a reference, really?
I don't know. What do you mean by a reference?
You gave me a link. What is the reference for the story of the Jew?
Hold on. And the prophet at their own school of learning and they would decide and worship, educate themselves. There is no compulsion in religion.
Well, I thought you want to tell me the reference about the Jew, because that reference, my friend, is a lie. Do you know that? The Muslims,
how can it be a lie?
Well, it's a lie. Give me the reference then. It's a lie. Give me the reference. I will give you 10 years to find the reference about that story. What do you say?
Well, it is in the Sirah of Muhammad.
Show it to me.
Do you really want to read the Sirah of Muhammad?
My friend, we are here to you said to me, you are the one who said to
That's
me,
what I'm asking.
Aziz,
Do you
Aziz,
really
Aziz,
want to
Aziz,
read it?
you are the one who
Go
said
ahead.
to me, I am not a scholar, but I have a common sense. And now you mentioned to me common sense. You said to me, there is a story. There is a story. Then you need to show me the story. What I know about this story is a fabrication. There's no reference of it.
Okay, well then
No.
there's
Okay.
no
No,
point.
no. Then there's no point to mention it. Then don't go there.
Then
Okay. Now.
then you win the point.
Okay, no problem. Then you said to me that there is a verse in the Quran that says there is no compulsion in Islam, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what this verse is about? What chapter? What verse?
That's what it says in the source.
Where? What chapter? You are reading for me, right? Chapter
Should
2.
say,
Just to be sure, we are reading the same thing.
it says, let's see. Let me go in there. Chapter 2, ayah 256.
Correct. Okay. But this verse, my friend, is about the opposite. It's about a group of people don't want to allow their children to convert to Islam. So the Prophet, he said, you cannot force them not to convert to Islam. This is not about forcing people not to convert to Islam. It's about forcing people not to accept Islam. Which means if you are a Christian and you have a son who want to convert to Islam, Muhammad saying to him, you cannot force your children into a religion he don't want. But the Prophet, he said, the one who changed his religion, kill him. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means this verse doesn't go for the Muslims. This verse must be about something else. Because if you change your religion, you are going to be killed. So here, some of those people. Okay, my friend.
I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You see, you said you speak Arabic, right? And this is Tafsir Ibn Abbas. There is no conclusion in religion. No one from among the people of the book and the pagans should be recorded to believe in the divine of the oneness of Allah after the Arab embrace Islam. So this is revealed about a bunch of people who they are not letting their children to convert to Islam. So Muhammad, he said to them, you cannot force people not to convert to Islam, but you just agreed that if somebody decide to leave Islam, he will be killed. So how does verse fit with the agreement that Muhammad will kill anyone leave Islam? That's mean you will be forced to stay as a Muslim. So this verse have nothing to do with what you said, and the interpretation of the verse proving that this is about a group of people. They are not allowing their children to convert to Islam. Who Muhammad, he said to them, oh, you cannot do that. You cannot. You force not your children not to join a religion. We cannot. There is no enforcement on them. But
so may I speak now? For example, you're a Christian, correct? I can't force you to become a Muslim.
That's not true.
That's true. I can't force you to become a Muslim.
Okay, read for me chapter 9, verse 29 then.
I can't read. I'm working at the moment.
Okay. But do you know what verse? Do you know what chapter 9, verse number 29 says, Mr. Aziz?
No, I don't.
Okay. Let me help you.
I don't memorize.
No problem. No problem. You are an Arab, as I understand, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. You know Ibn Kathir, correct?
Ibn Kathir?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I've heard of him.
Is he a trustworthy for you, or he is not?
I don't know who he is. I know I've heard of him, but I don't know who he is.
Which scholar you agree with? Which scholar is yours? Your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
You have to give me something. Then should we go to Ibn Kathir then?
Just look up whatever you want.
Okay, no problem. You see, I'm just trying to help you. You see, in your statement. Okay, you said we cannot force you to convert to Islam. This is not what the Quran says. In chapter 9, verse number 29, it says that Allah, he ordered the Muslims to fight and to kill the Christians and the Jews unless they pay jizya or they convert to Islam. And this jizya have to be done with humiliation and have to be subdued. you know, disgraced. Read with me carefully. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, my friend?
I can't. No, actually.
Okay, let me give you a link. Is that okay?
Okay, go ahead.
I give you a link.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you can open it from your side, I guess, right?
Yeah, I can because I'm calling from my phone. So
All
yeah,
right.
I can.
Can you open it for me and read for me, please?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Go down where it says the order to fight people of the scriptures until they give the jizya.
Let's see. Uh, which one did you say?
Go down until it says the order to fight the people of the scriptures until they give jizya.
Okay. I don't see it. Is it?
Go down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. It says, let me find for you in Arabic, so that will be easier for you. It says,
Yes.
قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون بالله ولا اليوم الآخر. Do you see it in Arabic?
No, the last one that I see is لا تبدأ اليهود والنصارى بالإسلام.
بالسلام.
بالسلام.
Bisalam, yes. So if you go before that, all right, before that, go up a little bit, you will see it says قاتلوا الذين
حتى
لا.
يعطوا الجزية.
Right, okay. Now
Okay.
there the interpretation is saying that you fight them for a reason. What is the reason? Because they refuse to accept Islam. So you just said to me, we cannot force you to accept Islam, but you fight me because I don't accept Islam. And
Okay.
then you have to force me. You have to force me to pay the jizya, and then if I don't pay the jizya, you will kill me. So why you have to force me? If you go and flip the page, or you can read the whole page there, you will see.
You do agree with me. This situation is when a war is going on, correct? Or no?
It's your prophet who launched the war.
Yeah, but you do agree with me that
Islam,
this
my friend,
happens during the war.
my friend, this is an order for Muslim to fight this war forever. قاتلوا الذين لا يؤمنون. Fight those who don't believe, not those who are fighting you. Fight anyone who don't believe. This is an order from your prophet, from your God, to fight anyone. Okay, let me ask you. Do you read what it says there? It says that when the Arabian Peninsula was secured under the Muslim control, Allah commanded his messenger to fight the people of the scriptures, the Jews and the Christians. All right, so Allah commanded him to fight who? The Christians and the Jews. Until what? Until they believe. So this is a duty the Muslims carry on. It's not only, this is the order from Allah for all the Muslims, not only for a certain time.
Actually, that is for a certain time, because
Can you
that's
prove it?
when the beginning of Islam.
Can you prove
That's
it?
what-
Can you prove that this was only for a certain time?
Yes, because it's
How?
talking about
How?
because it's talking about the era of Muhammad.
But Muhammad,
growing
my
with
friend,
Islam
okay,
in the Arabic Peninsula.
okay,
See, when the Islam came to the Arabic Peninsula, as you and I know, that it started in Mecca, and then he migrated to Medina, which Medina was half Jews and half Christians. Are we good at that point?
no, because I don't think that Medina was half Christian anyway. But
Then
anyway,
what was it?
but that's not important. Okay, what happened next?
Okay, well, okay, it doesn't matter. So let's just say, as I was told, it's half Muslims, half Christians. There was a treaty that was made between the Prophet and those two tribes. The one tribe that was Jews, and the other tribe was Christians.
But this is not about this, my friend. This is in the 9th year of Hijrah. Do you know how to read, right? It says in the 9th year of Hijrah. This is all is over now, and Muhammad decided to kill the Christians who are out of the Arabian Peninsula. He is done. He killed all the Christians. He killed all the Jews in the Arabian Peninsula. Read with me carefully.
Hijrah.
Yeah,
The
it says
happened.
read carefully, Abdul, my friend. Read carefully. Arabian Peninsula was secured under the Muslim control, which means there's nobody there except Muslims. Allah commanded his messenger to fight the people of the scriptures. the Jews and the Christians on the 9th year of the Hijrah, he prepared an army to fight the Roman.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, well, it's in front of you, the same
قاتلوا
page.
الذين قاتلوا الذين
Yeah,
لا
yeah.
يؤمنون
The
بالله
Roman,
واليوم الآخر
there's no Roman in the
ولا
Arabian Peninsula. There is no Roman in the Arabian Peninsula. Why your
there
prophet?
was.
Why your prophet when attack the Roman?
The Roman,
Yeah, it says here.
as we all know, there was 3 empires back then. The Roman, the Persian,
Why
and
he,
then the
okay,
Muslim.
I don't care. Why he want to attack the Roman?
Because the Romans took Jerusalem.
Took it from whom?
Took it from whom?
But your
They
prophet,
took it from those people that are there.
from who? Who are they? Those people who they are there?
They are Jews
Are you sure?
or Banu Israel.
Okay, but as I know, your God, Allah, He praised the Roman and He believed they are good people.
Of course, God is not gonna disgrace a human He created.
My friend, you are saying He want to fight the Roman. He want to fight the Roman, but Allah, He called the Roman believers and He called them great people in the Quran. If you go to chapter 3, the Quran says that, my friend, listen, let us not to jump. You said that because the Roman, they took Jerusalem, that the Roman, they are in Jerusalem for the last 400, 500 years. So nothing new. Okay, so why now he want to attack the Roman? Why? Well, you know, what the problem? And the Quran in chapter 30, there's a chapter, it's called the chapter of Rome. You heard of it? A Rome?
What is it? What is it?
The chapter of the Roman. Yeah, a Rome, yes. Which means the Roman. So there's a chapter have their names. Allah, He called the Roman as a good believers. So how Allah want to fight the Roman who they are good believers?
How Allah wants to fight the Romans?
Yeah, if they are, if He is praising them, and He promised them victory. Why Allah promised him victory?
Okay, well, here I'll tell you why.
Why?
So, as you probably do know, we do respect the prophets that God sent, and Isa, which is Jesus, is one of them. Now, when Isa traveled from Egypt to Jerusalem, that's where we believe that the Bible was fabricated, and that's why
what does
the
have to do
order
with my
was.
topic, my friend? My topic is this. You're going so far. I'm asking you why the
I'm
prophet,
giving you the reasons.
why the prophet attacked the Roman?
Because the Romans changed or fabricated the Bible, and there was
but your prophet, my
called...
friend, the Roman have nothing to do with this for a very simple reason. Your God approving them as believers in the time of Muhammad, not after. Chapter 30 in the Quran was given to Muhammad during his lifetime, and the Roman already are Christians. Read with me what the Quran says. The Roman has been defeated in the land close by they, even after this defeat of there will be soon victorious. Within a few years, with Allah in decision, in the past, in the future, and on the day that the shall believer rejoice. So He called them as believers who rejoice victory. So how you are saying to me the Roman, they are the one who corrupt the Bible, and Allah, He called them as believers who rejoice victory soon?
So who is the Jesus that made the golden?
Don't my friend, don't change topic. The Quran,
I'm not changing the topic.
Okay, the Quran is calling the Roman, the Quran calling the Roman believers. How they are people who change the Bible, but yet Allah, He called them believers.
Okay, they're believers because they believed in a book that God has revealed.
But you just said they changed the Bible. That is wrong book. They cannot be. You cannot be a believer if you believe in the book of the devil. Are you?
Okay, so you can't believe in a book that is written by the devil. That is correct.
Yes. So then God should not call you a believer in the true God if you believe. Like for me, my God is Jesus. Is that will make me a believer or will make me a kafir? The Quran says we are kuffar.
That is correct.
Okay, so how the Quran called the Roman as believers?
Because God said that the Romans are disbelievers because they believe that Jesus is a God, and says that
But He called them believers. He did not call them pagans. The Quran called the Christians pagans, kuffar.
Yes,
And so
because
why he is happy? He's saying those Roman, they will be victorious and the believers will rejoice. Why he's happy for them to be victorious? If Muhammad he want to kill them all, and the Roman should be killed for changing the Bible. So why Allah saying, oh, they will be, don't worry, be happy, they will be victorious and the believers will rejoice.
1 second, please. So your question was, why did God said that the Romans will be?
Rejoice. And why the believer will be joyous, which means even the Muslim, they consider them, they are brothers and sisters, and we will rejoice together. Because if you go to the interpretation, you will see that the pagans and the Arab, they said to Muhammad, aha, you claim to be, you have the same God of the Christians. Here we go, the Christian, they lost the war with the Persian. So Muhammad, he got them a verse back saying, no, no, hold on, those believers will rejoice victory soon again. So why Muhammad in a few years after he himself he want to kill them? Doesn't make sense.
I'm not understanding.
My friend, here he is promising the Roman victory, and he is going to celebrate with them victory. The believers will rejoice, including the Muslims will rejoice. Rejoice what? Rejoice the victory of the Roman. So how the Roman are pagans and they are bad, and yet you will rejoice with them the victory?
Because,
Uh-huh.
like I said, Muhammad said that he promised the believers winning against the Romans.
No, no, my friend. Here, the one who is a promise to win is the Roman. The Roman. This is
The Romans are promised to win.
My friend, you are not listening. I understand.
Okay.
I respect your honesty. You said to me, I'm not a scholar. I do not know much. So this is why I'm going easy with you. This verse promising the Roman victory, and the verse saying when the Roman victorious became victorious, the believers will rejoice. Not the believers will rejoice over victory over the Roman losing. No, the Roman will be winning the war, and the believers will rejoice. So Allah here is speaking good of the Roman. So how they are the one who changed the Bible, yet Allah will give them victory, and the believers will rejoice for the believer Christians. They had victory.
Just 1 second, please. I have a customer. He's gone. Where is he? Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Sorry.
No problem.
There's going to be a lot of interruption because I am at work right now.
I understand. No problem.
Yeah.
You know, it looked like this topic is complicated for you. Let's make it simple for you. You said to me something about the Bible is being corrupt. What Bible is corrupt? What is Bible of Allah is corrupt?
Well, if the Bible is not corrupted.
No, I'm not asking you this. I'm asking you, which Bible is the one you believe it's corrupt? The Bible of Allah?
The Bible of Allah
is corrupt, yeah.
Well, Allah sent the Bible, yes.
Right. So it is the so it is the Bible of Allah is corrupt.
Yes.
Okay. You as a Muslim, how for God's sake you accept that you have a God, his name is Allah, and he cannot protect his Bible?
Well, that I don't know.
Okay, I like this answer, but don't you you just said that it is the prophet he want to attack the Roman because they changed the Bible, but it's the fault of who? Is it the fault of the man? The man is corrupt. People are corrupt. A human being is corrupt. If I have a book, I have responsibility to protect my book. As an example, I have 5, 6, 7 books. All of them, they are published. If somebody tried to change anything of them, I would take him to court, and I have the original to prove it. Now, this is God. His name is Allah, supposedly, and he sent the book, it's called Torah, and he sent the book, it's called Injil. Why Allah is willing to protect only the Quran, but he don't want to protect the Torah and the Injil? Like the Torah and the Injil, like a yellow pages for him. It's not worth to protect them.
That's a good one. That I always question myself is, why did God send the Torah and then it was messed around with, and then God sent another book, which is the Bible, and then it was messed around with. And why not the Quran messed around with?
So
Now
what do you
that
think?
I don't know the answer to,
Okay, I
because
will help
to
you.
me
You sound a decent guy, Aziz. You sound a decent guy. I really respect you.
to me it sounds like, what kind of God would send so many holy books, okay, yet they all get corrupted except the last one.
Right. That
See,
doesn't make sense. And you are the
but
person of sense and logic. I like that.
exactly. Yet we do both agree that we are humans, and us humans cannot judge what God can do. Correct?
Well, not in the logic of the Muslims. As an example, the Muslims, they always judge God. They say how God can be a man. So you are judging God. You know,
Well,
you say how
I
God can
can't.
be a man. You are questioning if God can or he cannot. So you do. But you see here,
Well,
the question here, if
mhm.
Allah is God and he is eternal and his words are equal, I mean, it's a funny if somebody want to say to me that the word of God is not equal to the word of God. Do you agree?
Wait, say that again.
If somebody say to you that the word of God is not equal to the word of God, don't that look funny and stupid?
What is that supposed to? It doesn't mean anything. So
No,
yes, of course it's
yeah.
stupid.
So the word of God must be equal. So now that the Torah is the word of God, the Injil is the word of God, the Quran is the word of God according to Muslims. So
Exactly.
why Allah, he don't care to protect the others when all of them they are the word of God anyway?
Well, I'll tell you this, and don't take me as, as a mean guy. If you can find the answer to that, I'll be more than happy, because I really want to pick the correct religion.
Well, my friend, first of all, the Quran is not protected. I don't know if you know the story. Like as an example, do you know the story about the goat who ate the Quran?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What so how the Muslims, and you are a Muslim, believe the Quran is protected, but yet we have a clear evidence, Sahih Hadith, saying the Quran was eaten by a goat, and now those verses are missing.
Because, as if you allow me to go back to the main point,
Mhm.
the main point is, in order to believe in Islam, you must believe the seerah of Muhammad. And Muhammad, peace upon him, said that, the, and also God said that the Quran. Your phone is ready, sir. Just 1 second, please.
All right, guys, he looked like he have a store or something. So, guys, this guy is trying to be. You see, if you are a Muslim like Mr. Aziz, I will talk to you until tomorrow. He don't shout, he don't play games. I like that. At least he is being honest, right? He have the right to defend his religion, no problem. I mean, you are welcome to defend your religion, but don't flood us with your voice and shout and scream. And you think by doing that you are going to get away with it. You cannot do that with me. He said that he don't, he don't understand really how Allah don't, or what he will not protect the Torah, and he will not protect the gospel. This guy is in his way to leave Islam. Just wait. He just admitted that there is something fishy here. Allah, he sent 124,000 prophet, yet only the Quran he want to protect, which means there's 124,000 books are gone. We will wait for him to call to get back. He's still online with me, but he have like customers in his store. Anyway, guys, please invite your friends.
Hey, do you want me to call you back, because it's
No,
going to be a little while?
no problem, Aziz. You're welcome. You can call me anytime, my friend.
Alrighty, thank
I'm
you.
glad to meet you and to talk to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Guys, the lie which Muslims they believe in, that the Quran is protected. Here we go in front of you. This is the wife of the Prophet. is speaking about a goat who ate the Quran, and now there's many verses in the Quran, chapters are missing. Where we can find the stoning to death verse? It's gone. Where is the protection? According to the scholars, according to Umar ibn Khattab, who is a companion of Muhammad, who Allah himself, he took Quran from him, the Quran was 1,025,000 letter, which mean 1,025,000. What is left now is less than 270,000 letter, which mean more than 80% of the Quran is eaten by the goat. It's not really a verse or a chapter or two. Look like this goat, she was hungry, and trust me, a goat, she can eat a whole book easy. I don't know if you ever see a goat. They eat anything. They eat papers, they eat plastic, they eat anything. Any one of you saw goats? They eat anything in their way. Anything. This is why, you know, actually, even the word goat, I think they call it goat because she eat anything. This is why they can survive easy. You know, you can take a goat to the desert, and this is why people of the desert, they have goats. They don't have really sheep, because sheep, they need water a lot. They need the grass. They need certain kind of food. When the goat, she can eat anything. What they call those things, like the plant who have needles, which nobody can eat, the goat can eat it easy. She chew it, she eat it as if it's like falafel. So they have a special build to survive a very tough weather. They can climb the mountains, you know, they can live in a cold area, they can live in a very harsh area, a desert area. They can survive easy. So the Quran is protected, is a big fat lie. Allah, he could not even stop a goat. Okay, the goat ate the Quran. Where is the verses now? According to this hadith, there's verses about stoning to death. Stoning to death. All right. It says here the verses of stoning, which means stoning to death, are missing. This, you see here, it says the verse. Now there is no way the goat will eat a verse. I mean, imagine, guys, we have a page. The goat ate the verse. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? The verse is a small, tiny words. I mean, few words. The goat ate only the verse. Only this verse. So the goat ate whatever in her way, and now they are remembering the most important things. The goat ate. It is the verse of stoning. So we do not know what else is gone with it. Like the goat, there is no way she will eat only this verse and she will skip the other verse. It's not something you can lick like a yogurt in a page. The whole page is gone. So whatever in that page, at least let us say, for God's sake, I mean, for the sake of argument, one page. The page have in the front, the page have in the back. And there is no way two pages just a one verse. Then it says here, and the breastfeeding for adult 10 times was revealed. So those verses are gone too, which I wish they are there, because this is a verse where Allah, he ordered the Muslim women to give her beautiful boobs. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. I wish I can do that every day. You know, actually, I was thinking to open a drive-through breastfeeding in Las Vegas. Man, oh man. The Arab Muslim tourists, they will come from around the world to visit this store. Drive-through breast adult feeding. You open your window, We have small windows where women they put their boobs coming out, and you suckle, and you pay. I mean, we accept the credit card, we accept anything. Hmm? This is the religion. You see, we go back to the ethic of Islam. What kind of ethical God he teach women she can give her boobs? You know, Muslim women, you cannot shake hands with them, brother, but we can shake their boobs and we can suck their nipples. And now this idiot goat, I hate her very much. She could not eat different verse. She ate my favorite verse on the Quran. I mean, look how lucky I am. You get all the Quran. All the Quran. What about eating the chapter about the ant? Huh? What about eating a chapter about vegetables? Why you choose this one? I mean, it's not even fair. I'm angry now. You don't want to see Christian Prince when he's angry. Do we have any Muslim would like to give us a call? So the lie about Quran is protected is a big fat lie. Allah could not even stop a goat. And you know what? Let us say for the sake of argument, the goat ate the Quran. Let us do this. You know me. I'm very good in art, right? You know me. I'm an artist as by birth. You know, when my mom she gave birth to me, they found a pen and the paint brush in my hand. You believe it? Yeah, I don't know where I get them from, but they found it in my hand. It's a true story. You can find it in Sahih Bukhari. So if we go and we say that there was a goat, this is a goat. Hmm? The goat ate some pages of the Quran. Yummy, yummy. This is the Quran. Oh, he's calling back. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Yes, Aziz, how are you doing?
Sorry, it's
No problem, no problem.
it's a
So,
hectic day. You gotta reach the American dream by working every day.
yeah, good for you, good for you. No problem.
Okay,
So my friend, we were,
where did we get to?
yeah, we were talking about the Quran is protected or not, you know, and the gospel is protected or not. You see, in front of me, you mentioned to me the story. I mentioned to you the story of the goat who ate the Quran, and you said you know about it, right?
Yes.
So this goat ate the Quran. Okay, how then the Muslims they say to us Allah protected the Quran when the goat was able to defeat Allah by this story?
Well, you know, if you look at today's, you know, daily things,
Mhm.
you would see a lot of Qurans being destroyed or burned.
Mm.
Correct? That doesn't mean that the Quran is being burnt everywhere. Am I? Are we on the same point?
Yeah, but this is nothing to
So
do with my
yeah.
topic.
So this is not today, and this is not the topic of where the Quran first got printed.
Yeah,
So we agree on the same point.
yeah, but you see
Now the
here.
thing is,
Hmm.
how would the Quran be copied exactly the same if some of it was eaten by a goat?
So now we have verses
Correct?
are missing, right?
Okay. So the thing is, the reason why I believe in it is not just because my dad told me or such and such told me or such and such told me. It's because I studied Arabic and I am glad the fact that I'm fluent in Arabic. The fact that no human being can put words in Arabic together to be that perfect. The
Hmm.
second thing is God said that the Quran is not just saved through the book or the copy, but it's saved through how do you say, memorized through the memories of Muhammad and his
Okay, that's wonderful. So
friends.
so now we can find the
Okay.
verses for death, stoning to death, as long they are surviving by the memory. Can you quote for me the verse of stoning?
The the verse of who?
Stoning to death, or the verse about breastfeeding for adult. Can you recite the verse for me? You said, okay, the goat ate it, but however, Allah protected, because the Quran is protected by the heart of the believers. But we cannot
Yes.
find the verses of stoning, or verses about breastfeeding for adult, or 10 time or 5 time. Can you recite for me the verses of breastfeeding for adult 10 time?
Okay. For example, those that like, when does somebody get stoned? Uh, first, first, first occasion is if you commit rape.
Aziz, listen to the question. Aziz, not
Okay.
listen. I'm not asking you about
Yeah.
this. You said that the Quran is protected anyway by the heart of the believers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you quote for me, or any Muslim, can he quote for me the verses of 5 time adult breastfeeding? Can you quote the verse for me?
What does that mean?
There's a verse in the Quran which is missing. Goat
Uh-huh.
ate it. About 10 time breastfeeding for adult. In case you do not know what does that mean, your prophet, he allowed Muslim women, he ordered them to give their breast to a stranger, if in order to stay with them or to meet with them. So with my respect to your family, I don't mean to be respectful. If you have a wife, she have to give her breast to a stranger, and he have to suck at 10 different time in order for him to be lawful to sit next to her in one room. This verse we cannot find in the
So,
Quran. Can you recite it for me?
so if I want to sit with a woman,
Yes, you
I
have.
should suck her breast 10
Yes,
times.
yes, you have to suck it 10 times, and this was a verse in the Quran.
But what is the point of it?
I ask your prophet. I'm not the prophet. The prophet, he come with points nobody understand. He's your prophet, not mine. For me, I
Okay.
believe this is very
So
bad. You know, I don't want to
I
be.
actually want to look at that because
Okay,
I never heard of it.
let me give you the link. Here we go. Open the link, please, and read it for us. It's in Arabic. It's in English. You choose to read in whatever language you wish.
One second.
Yeah. So here we have an ethical problem, and we have a problem with protecting the Quran, because there's, according to this hadith alone, there's a chapter about breastfeeding for adult 10 time is gone. There's a chapter about 5 time breastfeeding for adult is gone, and there's a chapter about stoning to death is gone. In the top of that, the Prophet teaching Muslim women to give their breast.
Okay.
So what do you think, Aziz?
1 second. What is the name of the hadith? Because I want to read. What is it called? I want to read. I want to read it in simple Arabic.
Well, the link there have Arabic, my friend. The link there have
Huh?
Arabic. You cannot see the Arabic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that Arabic,
Yeah,
but you will laugh at me. It's gonna be hard for me to understand it all.
Yeah, but you said you are fluent in Arabic, so you are not fluent in Arabic.
Well, this is. We all know that the Arabic
Okay,
has
let me read
two
for you. Let me read
versions.
for you.
The one we
No problem.
practice
No,
today is.
Aziz, no problem. My Arabic is
Okay.
perfect. I will read for you. All right.
Go ahead.
I understand your Arabic is not good. حدثنا أبو سلمة يحيى بن etc. Let's go to the hadith. It says عن عائشة وعن عبد الرحمن بن القاسم عن أبيه عن عائشة قالت لقد نزلت آية الرجم ورضاعة الكبير 10 ولقد كان في صحيفة تحت سريري فلما مات رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم تشاغلنا بموته دخل داجن فأكلها. Here we go. Done. So
Okay.
this is
So
verses about stoning to death and verses about breastfeeding for adult 10 times. And when they were busy with the death of the prophet, a goat get in and ate the Quran. And here you will see it says إرضاع الكبير عشر, which mean an order for the Muslim woman to give her breast to an adult, a man, and he have to suck her breast 10 times until he is satisfied, and that will make him allowed to sit with that woman. Actually, there's different hadith says that Aisha, before she allowed a man to enter upon her, she ordered her sister to give him her breast 10 times in order for him to go and be in the room alone with Aisha.
yeah, I've never heard of that. And
Actually,
I'm
there's a
trying to
fatwa.
find out.
I'm surprised, Aziz. There is a big fatwa in Egypt from the head of the Islamic Center of the Hadith, the Dean of Al Azhar University. I'm sure you heard about Al Azhar. He
Yes.
made a fatwa that any woman she want to mix with men, she have to give them her breast. And there's
Well,
actually and
you might let's laugh a little bit. Fatwas. There is a lot of fatwas these days,
but this is the
and
but this is your prophet
there's
fatwa.
there's something that I laugh about in my religion, which is anybody making a fatwa.
My friend, this is not anybody. This is the head of the Islamic Center, the dean of the Al Azhar University, making the fatwa. And when the people ask him, how you say that? He said, this is not my fatwa. This is the fatwa of the
So
prophet.
the fatwa is what?
It's an order from God by your prophet.
What does it say?
Well, as you see, this is a verse from the Quran says that a Muslim woman she have to give herself her boobs to a strange man. He have to suck her nipples 10 times until he is satisfied. Not in the same day. He have to do it in 10 different days, and each time he have to do it until he cannot do it no more. He stop. That's it. He is satisfied. So in this, I don't know. You can search it on YouTube. I wish I can play it for you, but they have copyright over it. You know, in the interview with the dean of the Azhar University, the host, the woman, she asked him, "Well, are you saying if I go in the bus, I have to give my breast to everybody in the bus?" He said, "Yes." And she said, "Do you know how many men here work with me in the studio? Are you saying to me I have to make them all suck my breast 10 times until they are satisfied in 10 different days?" He said, "Yes." He said, "How that can be?" He said, ask the prophet."
That is.
Because this is the order of the prophet. There is a story, in case you are not aware. There's a woman, her name is Sahla bint Suhail. Sahla, she is the one who came to the prophet, and she said to him that she have a growing man, a slave, who is entering upon her, and her husband is not happy with the way he look at her, or the way that they say he's in the house. So the prophet, he said, give him your boobs, let him suck it 10 times. The woman, she said, how I can make him suck my breast if he is a growing man? The prophet said, well, I know he is a growing man, let him suck your breast. So the story, the story about this is coming from your prophet, and you know uh, how you can explain it? No, explain it to me.
Well, yeah, I'm right now reading about it actually.
Okay.
Uh, there are many things.
Mm.
Uh, although what is strange is I don't know why they have Abi Hudayfa in it.
Yeah, Abu Hudayfa, supposedly he is the husband of this wife. He is unhappy with Salim. Salim is a slave she owned, and he is a growing man. So Abu Huzaifa is unhappy with seeing this man in the house. So she is asking the Prophet what I should do. The Prophet, he told her, give him your breast and let him suck it. But she said, how he can suck it? He is a grown man.
Yeah, it says إن سالما قد بلغ ما يبلغ الرجال وعقل ما عقلوا
Mhm,
وإنه يدخل علينا
mhm,
وإني أظن أن في نفس أبي حذيفة
mhm,
من ذلك شيئا فقال لها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أرضعيه
mhm,
تحرمي عليه ويذهب الذي في النفس في
mhm,
نفس أبي حذيفة
mhm,
فرجعت فقالت إني قد أرضعته فذهب الذي في نفس أبي حذيفة
mhm,
رواه مسلم وابنه سهيل
mhm,
هي سهلة بنت سهيل بن
mhm,
عمرو القرشي
mhm.
أما العامري امرأة أبي حذيفة.
All
So
right,
this is the same one we're talking about,
right,
correct?
right. So what do you think?
So here it says قد أجاب جمهور أهل العلم عن قصة سالم بأجوبة منها أنه حكم منسوخ ومنها أنه خاص بسالم وامرأة أبي حذيفة.
Hmm. Mansukh by 5. The naskh here is it was 10 times. Then
Okay.
Muhammad he make it 5 times. So it's still this order for every Muslim woman she have to do. She have to give her breast to a stranger, and he can suck it 10 times. Do you agree with that,
Yeah.
Aziz? Are you going to allow with my respect to your wife? I don't mean any insult.
No.
Do you allow your wife to do
Yes.
that?
1 second, please. It's a busted screen for me. Yes, sir. How much?
Yeah, it's okay. He's busy. Let us see. Let us see what he will say. Is he going to allow his wife to give her breast to a stranger? You see, this is the main reason Islam cannot be from the true God. Ethic in Islam is a joke. What kind of a prophet he advised a woman to give her boobs to a growing man to suck it, and that supposedly will stop the anger of the husband? Who of you Muslims would like to invite me to his house, and he sit watching me sucking the boobs of his wife, and that supposedly will cool you down? If you do that, you must be a perverted man. And what about the man who is sucking the boobs of your wife? What do you think will happen to him? And what do you think will happen to your wife? A man he is licking and sucking her nipples. What kind of solution this solution is? We are fixing the problem that the man is looking at the women in the dirty way by giving the man the opportunity to suck my wife boobs. We are Muslims, we are very conservative. Conservative. We are very conservative. What conservative? Yes, our wife she wear burqa, burqa, but she have to give her boobs to a stranger, and he can suck it 10 times. Thank God I'm not married. I'm not a Muslim. Otherwise, I will have a long line of men in front of my door if she is beautiful. Every homeless in the world, if you live in San Francisco, you will find a lot of homeless. You know, every homeless in the city will come and get a free sucking. If my wife she go in the train, she have to give her boobs to everybody in the train. I mean, Islam is very logical, and it makes sense, and it's very decent religion. Very much. Yes, Aziz.
I got another customer. I'm
No
sorry.
problem. No problem. No problem.
Go ahead.
So
Go
what do you think? If you know, if I was asking you with my respect to you about your wife, are you going to follow the Prophet and do this? You will let your wife give her breast to someone?
Of course not.
Okay. So why the Prophet? What kind of a prophet? He claimed that his God order him to do that, because as you see, this is a verse in the Quran.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is, I've never heard of it. So this is supposed to be a verse in the Quran.
As I showed you, if you remember the hadith before, I showed you when we were talking about the protection of the Quran, that
Uh-huh.
the goat ate, and this is why you asked me about this adult feeding thing. This is why I mentioned to you the other story. So this is a verse in the Quran. Read with me carefully. It says, لقد نزلت آية الرجم ورضاعة الكبير عشرة ولقد كان في صحيفة تحت سريري. So those are chapters in the Quran. This is not only a hadith. Allah, He made supposedly a chapter about it in the Quran, at least verses, and this verse is abrogated by another verse which it says instead of the women doing that 10 times, she can do it 5 times.
What ayah is that?
We cannot find it in the Quran. This is what we are talking about.
Oh,
The goat,
oh, okay. So
the goat.
basically, this is something that is missing.
This is missing
Okay.
by Mrs. Goat. The goat ate it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So this is missing because the goat ate it.
Right. But as you
Okay.
see, the Muslims agree upon it, and until now, people they are doing fatwa because this is in the hadith. It's a real story. Your prophet he mentioned, and he talked about, and even he support his opinion by a verse coming from his God that a Muslim woman she can give her boobs to a stranger. He suck it. So even if you watch the TV show, the Egyptian TV show, the woman she asked him, she said, I have like a 500 men work in this studio. Should I give my breast to all of them and suck it? He said yes. And when people they start like cursing this guy and humiliating him, he told them, "You are all of you a bunch of ignorant. This is not my words. This is the prophet saying that." And he showed him the story.
Okay. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna keep reading this.
No problem. So as you see, Aziz,
Because I don't want to offend you. Anything on the TV, I don't believe, and that is due to something that happened to me when I was a little child.
I don't believe in TV. I agree with you,
Something happened, and
Aziz.
I saw it in my eyes,
I
and
am
then I
not.
saw it on the TV, and it was a lie. So
As,
okay, go ahead.
I
Go
don't.
ahead, sir.
I'm not asking you to go by the TV.
Yeah.
I just mentioned there's this guy, the dean of the Azhar University. This is not a
Okay.
guy who own a Pepsi Cola store. This is a professional, religious man, respected, hired by the government, approved by government, to present the country in the case of religion. So this is the highest authority of Islam. This is not you and anyone. This is a person who spent his life. He's a scholar, and he have many books. And he made a fatwa, and the fatwa is not from him. He is just quoting what your prophet said. This is a hadith narrated by Aisha. Is Aisha a woman coming from the TV? No. So
Okay, but the thing is, as I kept reading, I'm sorry to interrupt. It's saying that this is not true, and the reason why. See, the list here is قال القاضي عياض ابن إكمال المعلم بفوائد مسلم كتاب الرضاعة باب رضاعة الكبير. قوله في الحديث أرضعيه يذهب ما في نفس أبي حذيفة. وفي الطريق الآخر تحرمي عليه. قد حملها أزواج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم على الخصوص كما تقدم دليل الكتاب بقوله, and this is an ayah, this is from the Quran, حولين كاملين لمن أراد أن يتم الرضاعة. So basically 2 years of breastfeeding to the little child. And then it says بدليل آخر قوله لا إرضاع بعد فطام وقوله إنما الرضاعة من المجاعة. So you only breastfeed.
Yeah, but my friend, this is, you see,
older.
those people they are mixing. You are reading just an article. That's not true, because this is about a child. This case is not about breastfeeding. Here, breastfeeding is not for milk. There's no milk here. This woman, she's an old woman, Aziz. Women, they have milk only when they give birth. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So the woman here is an old woman. She is not a young woman. She don't have a baby. She's not giving birth. So how is going to suck her breast and there's no milk anyway?
Well, like I said, see, I don't agree with that. And here is they're agreeing that which you told me is incorrect, because God said لا رضاعة بعد الفطام.
The no رضاعة بعد الفقاء for children. This is have nothing to do with children. Those are
Okay.
adult. This is the verse of adult breastfeeding, not for children. That different topic. You see, when the Muslim make articles, it's very funny. Nobody is using his logic, and you are a person who likes logic, right? So the
Of
topic they are
course.
talking about is nothing to do with our topic. Here is not about breastfeeding for milk. Here is about a man sucking the nipples of a woman. She don't have milk. You see, Aisha, she never had babies, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, can I suckle from Aisha? I mean, what the point? She have no milk anyway. And Aisha, because she is the wife of the Prophet and nobody should do that with her, she was ordering her sister to do that. But her sister shouldn't have babies. So what they are sucking just her boobs. So what these children have to do, you see, when they make an article, it's very funny. They defend in a very funny way. They don't have the intelligence of conversation, because that is a topic and this is a topic. This is about a woman. She have a problem, and there's a man. He's a growing man, and now he is in her house, and she is not giving birth. She don't have milk. And الرضاعة من المجاعة, it's for someone who wanna eat, drink. But this guy, this is not the purpose. And when they say it's not true, well, this is a verse in the Quran. What is not true?
That is, well, what you're saying is logic.
Yeah, so they are mixing things up. You see,
Okay, so here, I'm sorry, I pulled up another one, which sounds convenient to me.
Hmm.
So let's just read it and see if we agree on it.
okay.
Basically, it says, هل يجوز إرضاع الكبير غير المحرم, which is it okay to breastfeed somebody that is an adult who is not a family? So it says, first, الرضاع المحرم لا يتوقف عن مص اللبن من الثدي، بل لو وضع في إناء وشرب منه الطفل كان ذلك رضعا معتبرا في قول جمهور العلماء. قال ابن قدامة رحمه الله، قال الشافعي والصعود كالرضاع وكذلك الوجوه.
My friend,
معنى
again,
معنى
Aziz, you take your time. But this is about children, have nothing to do with our topic. They are still talking about feeding a child milk. That is not the topic. This is a man.
I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
they are mixing things up. There's no connection between this and this. You see, as I told you, you can read the whole article. You will see that the Muslims went so far trying to defend Islam by fabricating stories have nothing to do with the story. This woman, she is a woman, and it's not a child who is in her house. It's a man, a growing man, and this man do not need to drink milk, do he?
But this one is saying that he can drink the milk if it was
First of all,
milked
first of all,
Go ahead.
Aziz,
Go ahead.
Rida'a is not a drinking. Rida'a is suckling. Rada'a,
Okay.
Rada'a, you can go to dictionary. من رضع
I
رضع
understand.
رضع على الشيء رضع على الشيء, which means
Okay.
he hold it between his lips, and he hold with it and he suck it. So rida'a cannot be by drinking from a cup of water. So, but if you drink from a water from a milk of a woman and you are a child, according to Islam, this is considered equal to rida'a. But this is not the scenario we are talking about. The Prophet, he did not say to the women, give him some milk in a cup and let him drink it. He said to her, suckle him. And suckling is about you putting your lips around the nipple of a woman and suckling. And this woman, she don't have milk anyway. So this is have nothing to do with all the article written in front of you.
Okay, but it says if it was milked into a dish.
But my friend, this woman, she don't have milk anyway. And what that will do anyway? I mean, are we talking about a cow?
No.
This is a woman. She don't have a children. This is a woman. She is a growing. She don't have a baby. She don't have an infant to feed him milk. Women don't have always milk, and she is a growing old woman. So how she is going to feed Don't you see that this woman, she was surprised? She said to him, how I'm going to suckle him and he's a grown man? She didn't say how I'm going to feed him some milk, how I'm going to suckle him, but yet he is a grown man. So still we are talking about suckling. We are not talking about drinking milk, and the women, she have no milk anyway. But because the Muslims trying to avoid this, and what we will do with the verses in the Quran, this is a verse. The Quran says breastfeeding for adult. What they are talking about is breastfeeding for a child. This is have nothing to do with our topic. In the front of you,
So
in the front of you in the hadith, Aziz, does it say rida'atul kabiri 10? Does it say that?
yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah,
rida'atul kabir. So why they are talking about rida'atul saghir? They have nothing to do with each other.
yeah.
Yeah.
And here it also says لا يثبت التحريم برضاعة الكبير
See, here we go.
بقول جمهور الفقهاء
Thank you very
إنما
much.
الرضاع المعتبر ما كان في الحولين.
Thank you. So now it's still,
So
and
basically,
that will make it more
breast.
problem. Now we have bigger problem. Do you know what the problem now?
What is the problem?
They just admitted that if a man suckle a woman breast, that will not make him forbidden from her to have sex with her or to marry her, correct?
No, this is
Okay, so what the
saying,
point? So what the point then?
no, this is saying there is no prohibition
Right,
from breastfeeding an adult.
right. So a man, if he suckle a woman breast, still he can have sex with her. So what the point? What the
No,
point?
it's the thing is saying there's nothing that prohibits
Yes, there's
a
nothing forbidden,
woman.
which mean which
Okay,
no.
so
Aziz, let me
for
explain to you. I
example,
don't know if you
go
understand
ahead, go ahead,
Arabic very well. What they are
go
saying to
ahead.
you in Arabic there, that if a man he suckle from a woman, still he can marry her. But if a child he suckle from a woman, he cannot marry her. He cannot marry her daughter, or if she is a girl, she cannot marry her son, or which means she became like a family. So
Oh,
this
I
is,
know where you're coming from.
yeah.
So, for example, I actually have this situation. See, right now I am a brother
Mm.
of another guy who's not from my mother.
Mm.
How you're gonna ask me? Well, how is he your brother if he's not
I know
from your
what
mother?
you are talking about. I
He
know.
is because I was breastfed by his mom.
Yeah, but do you think really by
Okay.
somebody drinking the milk of somebody he became a brother really?
Well, yes.
Why?
Why? Because scientifically,
Uh-huh.
the when you the milk of a mother
Mhm.
basically plants the love of that mother into you.
So if we drink, me and you, from the same cow, we became brothers?
Well, no, not a cow. See, there's a
So
difference between the
why?
cow
Why?
because God made the woman
Mm.
milk different than the cow.
Mm.
The woman milk is something
I,
that God
I can show
provided.
you. I can show you a Muslim guy calling the scholar live in TV. He was asking that he have a fiancé, and they are married already. Actually, get picked up. So they are married already, but they did not do intercourse yet, and they made a mistake and ate from the same ice cream, and now he feared that he cannot marry her. What do you think?
Well, I think that guy is just having some problems or complicated in
Okay,
his
so
mind.
why you think it's logical? Come on, Aziz. So what is the
Well,
difference really? It's saying to me that women she put love. So what does that mean? I mean, I
well,
am not your brother anyway. If we drink the same milk, that is very silly.
so if, for example, let's just say you and I were breastfed from the same woman.
Yeah, and what that would do? Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing would do.
Well,
It's food.
and I know, and she has
Mm.
her daughters, and they also got breastfed at the same time
Mm.
with us.
Mm.
When we grow up, we're gonna grow up together.
Mm.
Aren't you gonna feel like she's your sister?
Okay, let me ask you. You as a Muslim, you are allowed to marry your cousin, correct?
Not really.
Who said that?
Who said that? That is as well as the way I was taught. that is something that is not preferred to do.
So it's not, is it based on Islam or based on your family that told you it's not right?
Basically, it's based on Islam.
Oh, okay, so it's based on Islam.
So basically, my dad believes and my grandpa believes that
Hmm.
marrying from somebody that is not from the
Yeah,
family is
yeah,
better because marrying from the family could cause problems.
yeah. But what the Quran says is the opposite. The Quran says it is lawful for you to marry
It is
the daughters.
lawful to marry your cousin, not your
Yes,
sister, not
yeah.
your brother.
This is what I asked you. I said to you, so you cannot marry from someone just because she drank milk with you, but you are marrying a cousin who have your blood already.
Well, the thing is, like I said, there's a difference between. Okay, so how does love is planted into your heart as a baby?
Hmm.
And how is it planted?
What that have to do with the milk?
Well, it's because it's from your mother.
What if I take milk from a cow or a goat? She is a mother too. The mother,
Well,
the goat is a mother. The goat, she don't have
see,
always milk.
see, the thing is, you cannot compare a human to an animal.
Why we cannot? Why we cannot?
Why? Because God said that God said that the humans are not the same as
No, he said,
animals.
no, he said that animals are community like you, and they have even Quran. Don't you know that?
Hold on, hold on. No, I actually know this one, but I just don't know the ayah. I just want to find the ayah.
The Quran says, وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا طَائِرٌ يَطِيرُ بِجَنَاحَيْهِ إِلَّا أُمَمٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ مَا فَرَّطْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. Animals are Muslims like you, and they are community. So what the difference between drinking the goat milk and drinking a woman goat milk? And same time, we are going far away from our topic. How that if the man drink the women milk, even if there is milk, you just said that she is not forbidden for him still. So what the point?
Well, like I said, the point is, if you don't agree with me on this, let's not take it religiously, and I hope you don't get offended. I would think that somebody is ridiculous when they're gonna marry somebody that they were breastfed from the same mother.
Okay, I'm asking you now about your
Okay.
prophet. He ordered the women who have no milk anyway to give her breast to a man, and you are the one who did read for me that it says there this man is still lawful for her. So what the point? So what the point? What we did
The
now?
thing,
What we
the
did
thing
by
is,
making this woman giving her breast to that man? What is the accomplishment?
yes, it's in there. Go ahead. That guy never came for his phone? No, no, he never did. Here, uh, the thing that we were talking about was breastfeeding in adults, correct?
Mhm.
So basically, when you're gonna be breastfed, you're a family.
But you just said he's allowed still to have sex with her if he is a grown man. That the forbidden only is for children. This is what you say. What it says in front of you in
Yes.
the page. Okay, so what the point of having a woman giving her
Well,
breast to a man?
that child before he become an adult,
This is not a
he
child
was
now,
already. Well, he
Aziz.
he was a child, correct?
But now he's a man. We're talking about a man.
Yes,
We're not talking
but
about breastfeeding for a child. We're talking about the
yeah,
breastfeeding for adult. He is a man now.
yes.
So what we will do if a woman she gave her breast to this man? What happened?
Well, you do agree on me with when I said that the love gets planted when you are a child, not when you're an adult.
Okay, so let us say that's fine, no problem. What about the man now? Our problem is the man.
Well, the man was a child, and the love was already planted in him when he was a child.
But the man, he did not suck the women when he was a child. He's asking her now, and then this man now is a grown man to give her boobs to him. He's not a child no more. He's a man. It's in
That
front
is
of you.
correct.
The hadith. Okay, so what the point of giving a man the boobs of a woman? She don't even have milk, and she is a growing woman, and he is a growing man. Do you think really a man he suck the woman breast, he will behave?
He will behave.
Yeah. Do you think it's right for a woman to give her breast to a stranger? Do you think a woman she will not get excited and the man will not get excited? What the point of this? This is a perverted behavior. What do you
So
say, Aziz? I don't
go
want
ahead.
to. Don't take anything I say to you personal, please. I respect you.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
Imagine me, let us say about me. I don't want to make it about you so you don't get offended. Imagine
No,
I'm a
it's okay.
Muslim. I
Go
opened
ahead.
the door of my house and I found a man in the couch with my wife and he is suckling her nipples. I said, what are you doing? She said to me, my honey, the Prophet said, if a man he will enter the house and this is the cable guy, I cannot let him enter without suckling my breast.
Well, the thing is that man is not gonna enter the house without a man in the house.
Well, he is already in the house. As you see, this man, he is in the house. He lived there.
Well, that guy grew up in that house since he was a
My
little
friend,
kid.
doesn't matter. The husband is unhappy for seeing a stranger in his house. Still, he is not her son. If you have a slave, doesn't mean he's not a man. He is her slave. He is not her son. He is not her brother. He is just a stranger. So
He'll be back. Sorry.
yeah, he is just a stranger anyway. So what the point? What Muhammad accomplished by making this man, or this is an order for all Muslim women, and this is a verse in the Quran too, that she have to do it 10 times. What is the point if you still can have sex with her? You are the one who said to me,
You don't
still
want Quran. Just Apple. No, oh. I'm sorry, sir.
it's okay, Aziz. It's okay, Aziz. This guy is busy. Anyway, guys, he's a nice guy, but obviously he's trying to defend this madness. But you cannot defend that. Thank you, Aziz, for calling. Um anyway, guys. So today we cover something very important about Islam, but we don't really cover everything. The most important thing about Islam that this religion have no ethic. No ethic. And it's a stupid. What kind of a prophet he order me or order my wife to give her boobs to a stranger? And what kind of a religion practice such a practice? It doesn't make sense. And the funny that Mr. Aziz, he said he is the person who go by logic. But I am sure now he is like, what the heck is this? I mean, what the heck of this is a religion? The ethic of Islam is bad in any way, any place you go. What about the Prophet ordering the man that he can beat his wife? Since when beating women will fix relationship? Since when beating women will make a family better? Since when man he should beat his wife because he's a man? Where is the ethic? It is the opposite. A man should not harm a woman, for if he does, he is a coward. Do we agree, guys? A real man, he practice his muscles on a woman. He is a coward. He's a potato. So what kind of religion, the ethic of it, I can beat women, I have the right to jail them, I have the right to shout at them, I have the right even to force them to give their boobs to a stranger. This is God and this is a religion. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض. Allah, he favor men upon women. Why? Why? Because they spend their money on them. What the heck? Men are the protectors and maintainers of women because Allah has given one more other strength. What does that mean? If you have more strength, He is the protector and the maintainer. What if the woman she have more strength? If the strength is the reason, there's many men, they can't even fight a woman. And I'm very serious about that. There's women, they can beat 3 men in the same time. Who told you that all men are stronger than women? No, it's not the same said in the Bible. The Bible speak about the man, he have a duty, not the man he can beat his wife. The man have a duty to provide to his family, not he have a duty to beat his wife. The head of the house in the Bible is the man, yes, but the head of the house too in the women in the Bible, she is the queen of the house. The Bible describe the head of the house is the church and Jesus. Jesus is the same as the husband and the church is the same as the wife. So the same as Jesus, he gave himself to the church, the man should give himself to the wife, which means absolute love and giving with no return. You don't wait for return. You don't beat the church. Jesus did not beat the church. He did not humiliate the church. He gave himself for the church. Yeah, when you read it from Timothy, you read exactly a verse. In order to understand the Bible, my friend, you read the whole chapter and you will see that you are wrong. We just said that in the Bible it teaches that the man is the head of the house, and the head of the house is the same as Jesus, who gave himself to the church, which means the Bible made the women equal to the church. And there's no Christian, he will humiliate the church. A Christian, he should defend, protect, provide, and give himself the same as Jesus, he gave himself to the church. This is what the Bible teach. What people do, they take a verse and they cut it out. And they say, okay, the Bible says that. We are talking about a person or God who speak of beating women, disrespecting them, jailing them, and Jesus never taught such a thing. Jesus taught us, even in the Old Testament, that when the man and the woman they get married, they become one, not two. So how we are one, but yet we are insulting each other? How we are one, but we are not respecting each other? Show me where in the Bible, Mr. Animos, Jesus, he told the man that the woman, she should be beaten, as an example. or the wife, she should be treated like garbage. Can you show me that? The Bible teach that the man is the head of the house, yes, but the head of the house is the same as Jesus, the head of the church. This is what the Bible says. So you don't take a phrase and you say this is what the Bible teaching. You teach, you give me the teaching of the Bible, not a teaching of two words. So the Quran and the religion of Islam is suffering badly from ethic. What about jailing them? You see, the Muslim in their translation, they put falsely the word first. Like you see here the word first. What first? There's no first and there is no next. The man, he can punish his wife by not having sex with her, but the woman, she cannot do the same. Can the Muslim women do the same?